Let's shift gears a little bit. We've talked about technology, but let's focus on money. Zencastr has done some interesting things over the years when it comes to fundraising. You've raised a venture capital round, I believe, in 2021. Can you walk us through that journey? How do you look at the fundraising landscape right now? Is Zencaster looking for money? Is it something that you need to drive growth? And what has that experience been like when you're out there trying to convince people to finance your company?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, we raised at the end of 2020. I think it closed in 2021 though. So right at the beginning of that year, I think we raised like 4.5 million. And the goal of that fundraise was to because we are still just a recording platform. We had video and some other things, but we didn't have hosting, any of the monetization stuff. So the goal of that fundraise was to build out the other pieces of the podcasting tool chain so that we can be a one-stop shop for podcasters. We definitely got a big, for better or worse, COVID helped our business because, which felt weird because you're in some way profiting off of this tragedy. But there's a lot more people at home, a lot more people had time to focus on the podcast that they're thinking of. So we got a really good growth bump out of that. And at the same time, we were realizing that there's lots of really well funded players in this space. And if we're not careful and we don't have the money to iterate quickly, we could just be pushed to the margins and decided to fundraise. And that was a fun experience. I hadn't done that before that period, at least not to any effect. And yeah, as I recall your question, like how did I experience the fundraising? I actually enjoy fundraising. It can be a bit of a slog, but you're talking to lots of intelligent people and it's a puzzle to solve.
Mm.
Like you get way more no's than you get yeses. And each time you're like, okay, they said no. Why did they say no? Okay, what is it? Is it actually our company or is it the way we're presenting it? And oftentimes it was, we're just not saying the right things you have to get keyed into the things they care
Mhm.
about. I learned very early on, everybody loves the feel good story about like helping small creators. It feels good in the heart, but that's not what speaks to the brains of the VCs as far as like something that they can turn around and communicate to their LPs. We invested in these guys because of X. So you have to really give them the ammunition. They may love you, but if they don't have the ammunition that they need to defend that investment to their limited partners, then it's just not going to happen. And that was something I didn't really understand so intuitively going into it.